It's not since 1935 that there's been a change to the default speed limit on restricted roads in Wales. But from today, only 3% of roads remain at 30 miles an hour. That's because following an election promise from First Minister Mark Drakeford, 20 miles an hour is the new speed limit, where it was previously 30. It means driving around an area where there's a pavement and streetlights close together, the new restricted speed automatically applies, even without a 20 miles an hour sign. For the Welsh Government, it's about improving safety, with a change expected to result in 40% fewer collisions and encourage people to get around in other ways, like cycling or public transport. After coming under fire in First Minister's questions this week, Mark Drakeford defended his government's policy.
Once the change is there and people see it operating in their areas, as it has in the part of Cardiff where I live for a number of years now, then people will see the advantages, and I don't believe people will want to return to anything else. I can't imagine there's anybody on the floor of this Senedd who would think that it was an unfair price to ask somebody to pay to drive a little more slowly when you know that by doing that, you are helping to keep other people alive.
Shadow Welsh Transport Minister Natasha Asghar believes the government should be investing the money spent on this change in other areas.
It's costing £33 million just to bring into play, and on top of that, the Welsh Labour government's own stats have stated it's going to cost the Welsh economy between the region of £2 billion to just under £9 billion. Now, we always say health, economy, public transport, infrastructure. These are such important issues. We've got a crumbling health service here in Wales, but for me, what's shocking and disgusting is to see that they're willing to spend this much money on a vanity project, but not invest that money when it comes to health.
The scheme was piloted in 8 different areas around the country, with analysis finding 95% of journeys were only affected by 1 minute with the change to 20 miles an hour. From today, 30% of roads in Wales will have the new lower speed. But on the streets of Cardiff, the new law gets a mixed reception.
It's a little bit too low, because with any traffic jams, anything like that, it'll be going along as a snail's pace. The cars will be going on even slower than they are at the moment.
I live in the north of Cardiff, and that's already been 20 miles an hour in most of the roads in our area for quite a long time. But it's made my road much safer in the whole, and better for my children who can go out more safely in the area.
The ones I've gone down, people were having trouble keeping to the 20. Do you know what I mean? Let's be quite honest, but a lot of people have trouble keeping to the 30.
I think it's a lot safer for everybody, especially children. I'm for it.
It's estimated the Welsh NHS will save £92 million with the change due to the less serious injuries caused at lower speed. And for 12 months, it's expected roadside police will favour education over fines when it comes to people breaking the new speed limit. The message today from the Welsh Government: 20 is plenty. Jack Carson, GB News, Cardiff.